did this small YouTube channel make almost $70,000 in 30 days with less than 500 views per video if this one has millions of subscribers and is going broke? It doesn't stop there because this channel is getting this channel is getting less than 1,000 views per video and is generating consistent 5 figures a month from it. So something doesn't make sense here. What is it that's making so many small channels so much money so fast? Well, the truth is that they just took the fast and easy option that most creators ignore. So I'm going to show you what that is in this video so that you can do it too. And it's a 4-step process that I call but. Okay, so I haven't figured out yet how to write on the screen, so we're going to go with papers. Okay, but before we slap this but on your business and watch it grow, let me show you the reason that most people will spend years feeling like they've tried everything but still make no money with their online businesses and fail. So, here we have 2 different channels, and the flowers in these vases represent their followings. Okay? So, channel 1 here has spent 5 years building their channel, and they're just starting to see some sporadic cash come in. But they still never know if they'll make any money this month, so they're stuck in their 9 to 5, constantly trying something new to try to get clients and hoping that one day they'll be able to make a living doing what they love. Now, channel 2 spent only a year's building their channel. Even though it's not very big, they made money from it from day one, and they're consistently bringing in 5 figures every month, working from wherever they want, and have enough free time to spend with their family or travel the world. Now, let me know in the chat which one of these 2 channels you are, okay? But here is the insane part of this, okay? Channel 2 next year, in a year, will be making 10 times more than channel 1. But why? Because channel 2 used the but framework to build a business on YouTube that generates sales on autopilot. So here's how. Let's get into it. But first, let me say hello. Hello, DS. Hello, everybody who's joining me today. Make sure to leave a like in this video and drop your comments in the chat. And if you have any questions, I will answer everything at the end on our live Q&A. All right? So, again, because channel 2 used the but framework to build a business on YouTube that generates sales and does it on autopilot, that's why it'll be making 10 times more money than channel 1. Here's how. Let's just say that both of these channels are in the same niche, okay? They are both in the relationship niche. Now, channel 1 here just wanted to grow their channel as big as possible, so they started their YouTube journey by making videos. That sounds pretty standard, right? Let me know in the chat if you think that's the right way to go. Well, here's the thing. Their strategy was to make videos about stuff that would interest a bunch of different people in the hopes of reaching as many people as possible. So one video was about finding a date, and another video was about avoiding conflicts in a marriage, and the next video was about how to break up. They figured the more people they could reach, the better. Now, channel 2, on the other hand, had absolute clarity on one thing: who they could serve better than anyone else with their experience and their skill set. And what that meant was that they only made videos that helped couples who are going through a rocky period and they need to avoid divorce. So all his videos are about how to avoid divorce. And that's it. Now, how does that make channel 2 more money though, right? Well, each of these beautiful flowers here represents a different problem that the viewers have. So channel 1 has a general audience, and their viewers all have different big problems that they are more interested in solving than others. But channel 2 only makes content to solve one big specific problem. That means that every single person watching has the same pain point in common, and every single video addresses that pain point. And this is where the big money is made, fast, with less effort, and with less views. So, how do you make sure that your channel looks like this from day one? Well, you start with the B in but. You build a best in class offer first, and then you only make content that's relevant to that offer. Because here's the thing, if you want to make money from day one with ease, your content needs to solve a specific problem people have, and it needs to make buying your product an obvious next step. That means that every single video you make is intentional. It's made with a specific client in mind, and it leads naturally to your paid offer so that you can have clients coming in from your very first video. Drop a yes in the chat if that makes sense, okay? Because this is what Tiffany did. This is Tiffany. She first built her offer, and then she started posting on YouTube. And here's what happened. Not only did she reach 1,000 subscribers in just a few short months, she also got leads from the first videos that she posted. So here's she saying, "Hi y'all, I have 2 sales call booked for Friday. That means 3 booked clients from YouTube without me even going out and trying to get leads." Yeah, and that was at the very beginning of her YouTube journey. Now, on the other hand, when creators start making videos before having an offer, their content is all over the place. So they create all different types of content to see what sticks, so their audience will have all the different problems, and their channel looks like this. Is everybody following? Drop a yes in the chat if you're following. Now, this here causes a lot of problems, right? So here's what's going to happen with this channel. First, this channel will either create a product that is my mic really quiet, you guys? Let me know in the chat if you can barely hear me, because I think it's good. But yeah, let me know. Okay, so it is really quiet. Oh my God. Hold on, you guys. Let's see. How about now? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Sound is low for me. Oh no, you guys, I don't know what to do. Let me know if that's better, because I just turned the volume up. Let's see. Yes. Yes. Okay. How about now? The mic is super quiet. Oh no, that's not good. Let me try something different. Hold on. This is what happens when you do shit live, you guys. Yeah. Hello. How about now? Is this better? Is this better, you guys? Let me know. Okay, we're having some technical difficulties, but I think that this should solve it. I'll also speak really close to the mic so you guys can hear me. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being no sound. No sound? No sound. Fuck. Yes. Better. Okay, good. Yay. All right, you guys, thank you so much for giving me feedback and for helping me make this work for everyone. All right, so let's go back to, okay, when creators start making videos before having an offer, they create content that's all over the place to see what sticks. So their audience will all have different problems, and their channels look like this, right? And this causes a lot of problems. First, This channel will either create a product that only serves the pink flowers, which means their earning potential in this case is actually a fraction of the size of the tiny channel with 10 times. It's only a fraction of the size of the tiny channel, but with 10 times more work put into it. Or worse, they'll try to create a different product for each problem, which means their marketing will be spread thin and none of their products will sell. But it gets even worse than that, which leads me back to but. Let's talk about the U in but. Okay. When you're this guy with the random flowers here, you are destined to fail for another reason, and this reason is this. Because this creator is making content about all these different problems, they're not seen as the expert in solving any of the specific problems that they're now trying to make money from. Even the people in their audience that do have a specific problem that they create a product for, they're not going to be convinced to buy that product because they've only seen the creator talk about it a couple of times. So there's not that much trust that they can deliver a solution to that problem. But not only that, they also get a ton of hate from their audience because whatever they create is only useful to like 10% of them. And whatever they create just feels like a giant cash grab. I mean, imagine this, you guys. Imagine if I suddenly got here on a live on a Wednesday and I was like, hey, pay me $200 and I'll teach you yoga. You'd be like, what the fuck? No, right? I've never heard you talk about yoga. Let me know in the chat if you'd pay me $200 to teach you about yoga. And I'm not, that offer doesn't exist, okay, you guys? It's just a hypothetical. But because none of their content is converting into actual sales, what this guy here does is he keeps trying new content types to see if that will finally grow the channel and make them some money around here. On the other hand, if you are channel 2, you're having a super easy time creating content because you're focusing on the one problem that you're really good at solving, and you're not trying to compete with the best creators in the world for mass views on general topics. So you can spend less time and effort making your videos. And because you're consistently showing up and helping a specific type of person with a specific problem, you also start to become massively valued by your viewers, and they'll want to support you, and you'll just have an epic amount of goodwill built up, which is key for your sales. So when you slap butt to your business, you build undeniable authority, meaning you are the top of mind expert about the specific problem that you solve. Do you guys like that acronym, you guys? But let me show you my butt. All right. And then what happens when you become the undeniable authority is that trust is built. And this is the key part of the formula because your audience will see what you have to offer and go, oh my God, that is exactly what I need. Take my money. But there's more. When you use my butt framework, you get to leverage the number one most powerful marketing asset that exists. And that's the first T here. And this is that asset. Let me tell you this. Okay. So this is my client Guy. He used the but framework and he said this. So grateful for this course. It's literally made my long held ambition to make a living doing music come true. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Before using but, he was exactly like this channel. Okay. He created all sorts of different videos and tried selling a bunch of different products, all without success. But then he created a best-in-class offer that solved a specific problem. And then he started creating content that positioned him as the undeniable authority to solve that problem. And that led to his and the content led to his offer, and he started to get sales with ease. And all those sales meant that he worked with more and more clients who needed exactly what he had to offer. And those clients got amazing results. So then Guy was able to share those results in his videos. And the best part is the results he gets for his clients are the exact results that his potential clients also want. They are proof that his process works and that he's worth spending the big bucks on. So he got even more clients. And then what's even better than that is that every single video he makes now reaches the exact people who want to see those results. And this is key in your formula because your audience will see it and go, oh my God, that's exactly what I need. Those are the exact results that I'm looking to get. Take my money. So, having testimonials, that's the first T in but, and sharing those testimonials with the exact audience who want the same results is like adding fuel to the fire. And this makes even the smallest creators a ton of money. And I'll tell you how in just a second, but first, let me know, how are you feeling about butt, you guys? I love butt. Butt is so good. Butt's gonna make you a ton of money. Yes, it is. All right. So, this is how butt makes even the smallest creators a ton of money. Remember creator number one? They're still struggling to make sales. So they're constantly lowering their prices and trying to get the more general audience interested in what they have. But that doesn't work. So they make another product and try yet another marketing strategy and then lower their price even more. So even if their audience is bigger, their income stays small. Meanwhile, creator two, who started with a best-in-class offer and has focused on creating content about the big problem their offer solves. This is what this guy does, right? If you're this creator, you're making sales organically from your content, you're seen as the undeniable authority in your field, and you have amazing testimonials to show for it, right? This is where you are. That means you can charge 10 times more and still get 10 times the signups because your entire audience knows and trusts you for solving the biggest problem that they have. But there's one more thing, okay? And the thing is that when you do this, and there's one more thing, right, in but that we're going to get to. And when you do this last thing, you're going to get more referrals and it's going to make people not just talk about you, but go out of their way to WhatsApp their friends to say how awesome you are. And people will want to pay you, even if you charge 10 times more. Okay, so let me explain. Here's a little story. Story time, you guys. First of all, before I tell the story, you guys good? Everybody hears me? Everybody loves butt? Yes, we're all on the same page? Okay, amazing. All right, let me explain. When I first moved to New York, oh, guys, are we having trouble with the audio again? Are we? Trouble with the audio? I don't know what's happening, guys. I'm trying really hard to just like speak into the mic. All right. Let me tell you guys a story. Yep, what? Yes, we're having trouble with the audio? Is that what it is? We love but can't hear you properly. Fuck. Sorry. Okay. Okay. When I first moved to New York from Brazil 3 years ago, I signed my lease without seeing the apartment and sent all of my furniture to the apartment from Amazon. Okay. That means that when I got to this apartment, the apartment was furnished, but the actual furniture was iffy at best. It was like kind of shitty. Now, the first thing that happened with my furniture is that my couch cushions got flat and I could feel the metal rods every time I sat down. So naturally, I decided I needed a new couch. Now, I did not know that buying a couch was so hard. Did you guys know this? Because I went to a ton of furniture stores, but none of the couches fit what I was looking for. And all the sales reps were like not much help at all. And just when I was about to give up, I went into a high end store here in Soho and told them about my couch troubles. And the sales lady was like, "Oh, we can help you." And she went over how they could personalize a couch to fit my needs. And I was like, hang on a second, they didn't do this at Ashley Furniture. This is so cool. And then, as we were talking about my couch needs, I got offered a coffee in a furniture store. And you guys know I love my coffee, right? So then I sat on a sample couch and was told, oh my God, that is an awesome choice that I made. And I was told that I looked really good sitting on it. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I will take it. And then the sales lady goes, "So I saw you looking at coffee tables over there. And the next thing I know, because I felt so good, I've got a freaking coffee table too." So I walked out of the shop, $8,500 lighter. And 10 minutes after that, the sales rep WhatsApped me to say thank you from her own personal phone number. Now, I know that this lady was just trying to get more money out of me, but you know what? I'm okay with that because she was so damn helpful and she made me feel so valuable. Like I wasn't another customer, just another customer. I was the customer. And that, to me, is what's missing in the online space and what I personally do my best to fix every single day. Because after that message, I told my friends in New York about the store. I told my parents about the store. And I just made a video raving about the service to you. So that's massive referral. And all she did was offer me a coffee and say thank you in a way that I just didn't expect. So, when you surprise people by going further, they tell other people. And this is the thing that will make everyone else in your niche look like Ashley Furniture while you look like the expensive boutique store in Soho. But how do you provide extra service? Like, how do you go that extra mile? Well, here's a few things I've done to give you an example, okay? So I once sent a personalized video to thank all 2,500 people who bought my digital product. That was $19.99. It was cheap, but I still sent it. I gave I gave everyone who bought my first ever high ticket program one-to-one coaching for free, even though it wasn't included in the program. And I did that just as a thank you for them being the first people to trust me. I now follow every single one of my clients so that I can give them real time feedback on their content and give them that extra engagement boost. A few weeks ago, a client had a product launch that was on a Monday, and on a Sunday, I noticed that her landing page needs, like, the copy on her landing page needed some really urgent changes, but she was really busy finishing recording her lessons. So I said, "Hey, give me your Kajabi login," and I spent 3 hours fixing it myself. I think we should treat people in a way that we would like to be treated. The result is people see you care. That makes them feel special. And the online space is not known for that, like at all. And somehow people seem to get away with it too. And that's what the last T in but is all about. You are going to make take my money sales, which are happening effortlessly because people will want to work with you, even if you're charging way more than the competition. So, if you want to make money fast on YouTube, forget about being famous. Start by creating, oops, let me get the butt. Let me get the butt, you guys. I dropped the butt. Okay. So if you want to make money fast on YouTube, forget about being famous. Start by creating a best in class offer, become the undeniable authority in your space, share testimonials and client results, and watch the take my money sales come in. Because the thing, but okay, here's the thing though. What product do you make to slap that business butt with effortless sales? Well, the good news, it's not that hard. And I actually teach you how to do that all over my channel. So, once we're done with our Q&A, go binge the other videos and start with your best in class offer. But now let's get to our Q&A. So I have a question today from Sandra, one from Alex, and one from Julia. Sandra, Alex, Julia, if you guys are here, let me know in the chat. I'm going to answer these 3 questions that came in through the email first. And then if anybody else, if Oliva, Summershine, Paul, Mish, Refresh Your Mind, Chris, if you guys have Sean, feeling good. If you guys have any questions, just drop them in the chat and I will get to them after I answer these first questions. All right. So Sandra's question is, I had a channel many years ago that centered around my singing career. I let it go dead. I am now back posting on this channel, but with my new focus, which is storytelling and media publicity. I've unlisted some videos, deleted others that I don't want, but I have kept some singing videos. Is this confusing the algorithm? I haven't posted a singing video in many years, and I'd like to keep going on this channel as it uses my name, which I use in my PR work. Thanks so much. Looking forward to the sesh tomorrow. Yay, Sandra, let me know if you're here in the chat, and let me answer this question. Is a question that I get so often about YouTube. And let me start by telling you guys a story. So if you can see up here my YouTube plaque, I actually have a channel that has over 200,000 subscribers. And if you know a bit of my story, you know that I actually started my business in Brazil. I grew it, etc. And then what happened was I wanted to start this business from scratch to prove that anyone can make money from scratch, right? So I started a new channel, but what happened, and I started posting in English in that new channel. But what happened was that my Brazilian followers, my Brazilian subscribers, they found out that I had a new channel and they wanted to support me. Why? Because of the you in buy, right? You build that trust, people want to support you. So my subscribers were like, oh my God, Lou is a new channel, let's go support her. So they all started following me. They subscribed to my new channel in English. But what happened was they didn't understand English. So I would post videos and nobody would watch them. And what happens when you post a video and nobody watches it is that the algorithm sees that that is not a high value piece of content. They're like, okay, even if people click on it, they're not staying for long because it's in English and they don't understand. So my videos kept being like pushed down by the algorithm, right? Because not relevant. So it didn't push my videos out to a bigger audience. And this is what's going to happen here with Sandra if you continue posting videos in the same channel. So if your audience is used to seeing videos of you singing, and then all of a sudden you're posting videos about storytelling and media publicity, which is very, very different, what's going to happen is they're just not going to be interested in that video. And even if they don't unsubscribe from your channel, they're not going to help you get signals that show the algorithm that this is relevant content. So in this case, I always advise starting a new channel. If you're in a different niche, if you're doing something different, I advise starting a new channel so that you can train the algorithm on what your channel is about from the very first video. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in YouTube jail for a very long time. And that's what happened to me. And that's why I started this channel and didn't tell a single soul about it, right? Now, Sandra is also, she wants to keep her channel going because it uses her name, which she uses in my PR work. What you can do, Sandra, is reach out to YouTube support, and this is what I did too, and switch out the names. So you can put the name that you want to use on your new channel. I did this for this channel. My previous channel was at Lou Levy, and I was going to basically throw the channel away. So I just switched out the names, and that should fix it. All right. You guys, let me know if you guys have any questions. Drop them in the chat. Let's keep going. All right. Alex's question is, how do you make money on YouTube from day one, though? This is such a good question because a lot of people, when they say make money on YouTube, you think about either, AdSense, which you need, I think, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to start making that money. Or you think affiliate links and sponsorships, or, selling products. But most people, what they'll do is they'll start making videos on YouTube, but they wait until they have an audience. They're like, I need to start building this audience. I need to start, getting more followers and more views before I start selling my digital product. But when that's a classic example of what we just talked about here with the flowers, what usually happens is when you don't have that product in mind, you make all different types of content trying to test out what works. And it just takes so much longer for you to grow and for you to get those views. Whereas if you're day one on YouTube, you have the offer. What that means is you know exactly who your content's going to be for, because when you build a product, when you build your program, when you build your offer, you need to know who your ideal client is, what problem you're solving, and you need to know you get to YouTube already knowing the messaging that's magnetic to them, their buying triggers. So when you make your first video, first of all, it's going to be highly targeted to your ideal clients. Second of all, it's going to point to an offer that you have that's already validated, so that they have something to buy immediately. And you are aware of the messaging that makes them buy, because we do all that work when we build and sell that offer before we get to YouTube. So basically, your first video, day one, is going to be exactly targeted to the right people. It's going to lead to your ideal clients, and it's going to make sales right away. Tiffany, the client that I showed earlier in the video, did exactly this, and her first video is already getting her leads for her product. So most people do this the other way around, right? We start with the offer, clarity on who we help, how we help them, how we become magnetic to them, what their buying triggers are, and then we make the content that sells. Okay, Alex, let me know if that answers your question, and let's move on to the next question. So I'm going to answer Maria. Maria says, hi, I have proof of doing social media, but more on a different platform than I want to offer as a service. I feel like cold email is better to find clients at this stage. Okay, Maria, I'm not exactly clear on what you're asking. So you have proof doing social media, but more on a different platform that I want to offer as a service. Okay, so this goes for everyone, okay? If you're starting from scratch, like if you don't have an audience, or if you don't have proof or testimonials, or if you are, first building your offer, the best way to find clients is through cold outreach. With that said, cold outreach is a shit show, right? Cold outreach is like everybody here has gotten a DM from someone being like, I want to sell you something, and it sucks. It's icky. We don't like it. So what we do instead is we reach out to people, and these are going to be cold outreaches, but we're not going to sell anything. Instead, Maria, you are going to get them on a research call. And you're going to tell them, I have nothing to sell. And you're going to ask them specific questions that position you as an authority. And by the end of that call, they're going to be like, okay, so how do I work with you? And then you're going to book a second call where you're actually going to sell your product. I teach you exactly how to do this in my 0 to consistent 10K months blueprint. I'm just typing that into the chat so that you can go ahead and download that, and you'll see the exact process for doing that. But the answer is yes, cold outreach, but not cold outreach. All right. Paul's question. Some YouTubers will upload their video and put it on on private first, then schedule it to upload later. They claim this hack gives the YouTube algorithm the review to gets the algorithm a chance to review the video, look at the content, and they claim that it helps serve the content better. Is this really useful or is it a waste of time? Okay, so there's absolutely no proof that this is true. I personally think that all hacks and tricks are a bit of a waste of time, right? It's a great way to make content and be like, use this hack and you'll get more views, but we really have no way of knowing. What I would do, Paul, in this case, because I'm driven by data and I like to know what actually works before I, suggest it to people, what I would do is I would test it out with a couple of videos. Like, it doesn't give you any more work to put it up as unlisted and then make it public a few hours later. So I would just test it out. But honestly, I don't think it makes any difference whatsoever. The YouTube algorithm is really good at doing what it does. And at the end of the day, what's going to get you more views, more subscribers, and more sales is, first of all, having a really solid packaging for your video. So title and thumbnail, because if you don't get the click, you don't get anything else. Then having a really solid intro, right? So the person comes to your video, they know exactly what they're going to get from that video. And what they get from that video is exactly what you promised in your packaging. And then after that, you just have to deliver amazing content. So I would focus your energy on that. Title and thumbnail first, then intro. You want to spend the majority of your time for your YouTube videos on the title and thumbnail and the intro. And then I would just spend the rest of that time giving amazing value in your video. And again, creating videos that are targeted to your ideal clients so that that leads naturally to your paid offer. Paul, let me know if you have an offer already, okay, if you're selling anything. In fact, everyone here, everyone in the chat, let me know. Say yes if you already have an offer, and say no if you do not have an offer, okay? All right, let's go to Oliva. Oliva, am I saying that right? Hope so. I'm going to say it in Portuguese because it sounds better. Oliva. That way I don't feel like I'm saying it wrong. All right. Should we create the product based on what we like to focus on? For instance, I like giving astral life purpose readings, but I had people come to me for relationship matching. I don't have enough clients to decide. Okay. Oliva, what you should do is speak to your audience, right? So what's happening with you, Oliva, is you're stuck here, right? You have different kinds of clients that want different solutions. So what I would do in your case is, that you could offer these two products. It's Olivia. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's just it says Oliva, but Oliva. Okay. You guys, is my yeah, I'm a little smudge. Okay. So you're here, right? You've got different audience members with different problems who want different results, right? So here's what I would do in your situation. I would also get the blueprint that I dropped in the chat. I'll drop it again. And I would get on research calls with your ideal clients. So I would say, if you're someone who wants astro life purpose readings, get on a call with me. I'm doing some research. And I would also get do another thing and say, hey, if you want relationship matching, let's get on a call and do some research. And that way you're going to see which one of those audience has a more urgent pain that they need to fix. Because here, say it with me, everyone. If there is no pain, then there are no sales. Okay. So I have a client who actually built her offer, and she continued offering readings, but they were kind of like a back end offer. So it's not the thing that she was promoting consistently on her channel, because what you want to promote on your channel is your cash cow, is your offer that's really solving that big problem and that's really going to get those sales. All right, Olivia, hope that answers your question. Let me know. Okay, Paul. Paul plans on launching digital products and group coaching. Amazing. DS, you don't have a product either. You guys, if you don't have a product, or you have a product that's not selling, or you have a YouTube channel and you've got an audience, but you're not making any money from it, click on the link that I pinned to the top of this chat. it is a link to book a free call with me. We are going to get on a call, create a personalized strategy for you, and it is free. It is totally no pressure. I say that you can leave your credit card in the other room, because I'm not going to offer you my program unless you want to hear about it and unless you're a good fit. So go ahead, click that link that I pinned up top, and let's get on a free call. All right. I think I answered everyone's questions. If there's any more questions, this is the last chance. Go and drop it in the chat so that I can answer that for you. And as always, I will be here next Thursday at 12 p.m. with a brand new video for you. So I hope to see you there. Add it to your calendar so that I see you there. Oh, and before I forget, leave a like on this video to help send signals to the YouTube algorithm that it's a good video. And let me answer Sean. Does it make sense to sell a weight loss program if I'm no longer interested in that? I'm into overall wellness instead. Weight loss is a subset. Okay, Sean, I actually love this question because it reminds me of my client, Nina. Okay, so my client, Nina, came in. She's been doing fitness forever. And she was like, fitness, that's the only thing I know how to sell. So I'm going to sell it even though I'm not super interested in it anymore. But what happened is she started talking to her potential clients, and the whole process just wasn't flowing for her because, and it's Wednesday. Did I say third? It's Wednesday. Okay. Next Wednesday at 12 p.m., guys. Always Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Okay. So sorry. So going back to Nina, Sean, she was having just a really hard time getting any traction because she hated what she was doing. And then I think it's a little bit different from you, but she decided to go like the whole opposite way and she went into branding. And now she is like getting clients. She's like talking to a bunch of people. She's super happy and excited, and she feels good about her offer. And here's the thing, people can sense bullshit. They can sense your energy. They can sense when, your heart's not in it. They can sense when you're bullshitting them. They can sense when you're lying. People can, like, they have that bullshit sensor. And I always tell my clients that if you are selling something that you're not into or that you don't believe in or that you kind of hate, it's not going to sell. So I would absolutely encourage you to go into what you're interested instead. But you say you're into overall wellness. And my problem with that is that overall wellness is this, right? So you've got in overall wellness, you can talk about weight loss, you can talk about anti aging, you can talk about, I don't know, a million things. And that's going to cause problems. It's literally everything that we spoke about in this video. So what I would encourage you to do instead is to think of a subset of wellness that A, you are interested in and really like, and B, that there's actual pain there. Because I know weight loss is a huge pain for people, so it sells really well, but it's not the only one, right? I know like plenty of my female clients do menopause and perimenopause stuff because there's so much pain there. I have so many people doing gut issues. Anyway, anything that there's pain involved. So I encourage you to really think about wellness and then go narrower. And again, the blueprint that I linked here might really help you with that and some of my other videos as well. So you guys, all of you, if you haven't yet, like go binge all my videos, okay? As soon as we're done here, go binge the videos. All right. Paul is asking, what is my preferred method of getting testimonials? Okay. So, two things. First of all, inside my program, we have a really engaged community. So every time that somebody gets a result, has a small win, a big win, I have them share that inside the community so that I can just screen grab that really quick. And those are some of the screen grabs that I used in this videos, right? In this video that you guys saw. So that's a really easy way to do that. But on top of that, you're also gonna want some video testimonials, and those are just more credible. It's just going to help you build even more trust with your people, for you to put like on your sales page. So for those, what I like to do is actually get on a call with my clients. Like once they've, reach the transformation that they bought in your program, get on a call with them and basically do an interview that's kind of like a sales call, right? So, where were you when we first started working together? Like, what was the main problem that you had? What was the pain? What were you looking to achieve? And then ask them, what are some concrete results that you got from working together? And the reason that I like doing this in like an interview style instead of just having them send me a video is because, first of all, oh my God, you guys, the online space is so icky. There's so many people who just pay people to like record a video for them and it's fake. So, like, you need to be really careful with what you believe and trust on the internet. So I just find that it's a lot more credible when you get on a call with them and then you interview them and then you just post that interview of that conversation to your sales page or whatever it is, because then you can talk about actual steps that they took, right? Like actual things that happened during your time working together. And it's so much harder to fake that, right? All right, you guys, I think I've answered all your questions. I will make sure that my mic is good next Wednesday at 12 p.m. So I will see you there. Add that to your calendar. Make sure that you are subscribed, you have your notifications turned on. Make sure you've liked this video. Thank you so much for being here and for doing all those things. It really, really helps. And again, go ahead and schedule that call uh, on the link that's pinned at the top of the chat so that we can have a chat and talk about your business and personalize a strategy for you. Again, there's no pressure. This is a no pressure call. Leave your card in the other room. I can't wait to get to know you. I'll see